Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna edit couple of pictures from my last couple posts, and mostly with Elizabeth. So let's get started. So this one I shot with Elizabeth last Sunday, and we had a lot of fun searching like for colorful walls. And this one is this sun flare is caused by the 56mm f1.2. There's a sunlight directly hitting on the lens, and then it creates this pink flare in front of her, and it acts like a nice contrast. This shot is directly out of the camera, so the first thing I need to do is to choose a filter. So first thing, I use a E5 and then slowly decrease the exposure, increase the contrast, increase the sharpness a little bit, highlight tone increase a little bit. I can still see a little bit bright, so I'm gonna adjust the rotation a little bit also. So the next thing I'm gonna do is to crop 4:5 if you are aiming for Instagram. If you are not aiming for Instagram, you can just crop 3:2. If you post, sometimes you want to post some story, you can post like this. And right now I'm gonna use the 4:5, so I'm gonna crop, leave some headroom on top, then crop it, and then that's pretty much it. And that's the image, the first image. You can preview it. So save camera roll, and then choose the actual size. So save it. You can see it in the square format. The next one, I'm gonna edit this one. I just posted 2 posts in this morning. So I'm gonna edit this one. This one is the shoot with Lindsay. I choose the E5. The base is already very retro. I'm gonna use E5 and reduce the exposure slightly, a little bit, increase the sharpness, highlight, save. And as you are doing that, you can focus on the image to see if it's too overexposure. I can still see a little bit, so I'm gonna adjust the rotation a little bit. I'm gonna crop the top area. This white area, I'm gonna crop it so it remain less distraction on top. So because any like different color, sometimes it acts like the distraction. So I'm gonna crop it, remain, just leave some headroom, and then so that it looks nice in the square format. You can crop it like this. I can still see it too tight on top because there are some flower rooms on top. So, and I can increase the contrast a little bit. So that's my shot, and then this is my first one. So this one, we found a retro car on the road, and then trying to post her on in front of the car. So I'm gonna use, you can do it both ways. The HB2 is more street, high contrast, and the E5 has more tone in it. So it depends on the situation and how you select the location. The E5 can apply like 70%. You don't have to apply all of them. I can still see still too bright. Reduce a little bit. So this one, you know, the color tone is already like warm. This one you can just slightly minus the temperature so that the jean color looks a little bit blue. So this is a small trick to stand out the jean color. The next thing I'm gonna do is to crop more to the center of the portrait, so it's more center to the center. Yeah, so this is more likely in the center, so I'm going to just adjust a little bit more. Yep, and then you can save it. It looks nice on the square. So this is second one, and then the fourth one, this one also. So because this has a similar theme, you can just say copy, edit, just paste it, and then since you paste the style, you don't have to worry about that much because it's in the same location lighting. So you can just do it like this, and then 4x5 like that. Remember to leave more headroom on top. You can just crop up a little bit. Don't worry about cropping a lot of shoes because the main part is on the head of the portrait. So this is my edit. So this one, thank you so much for everyone's likes, and this one just passed 5,000 likes within one day. So I'm gonna show you how to edit. So you have two kinds of edit. You can use HP2 also, reduce slightly like this, or you can use E5 if you want more faded color. You can do it like this. So I'm gonna use the let me use the HP2 for this one, just to show a different color range, like color contrast. I'm gonna reduce slightly. So when you're doing when you're reducing the highlight, just make sure that it's not like too flat out for the highlights. So I need to rotate so that her body is perpendicular to the ground. And then for Instagram crop, I just need to crop it like this, leave a little bit of headroom. You can minus the right side a little bit. Yep, this is the edit that I have posted. So I save it, and then this one is out of focus, so I'm gonna skip this one. This one also first of all is a little bit bright at first, so I'm gonna reduce the exposure. I'm gonna increase the contrast, and also I'm gonna give a base color, HP2 or E5. Both are good, so I'm gonna use the HP2 just to show you a different flavor. HP5 has a nicer darker red on it, so I still see it a little bit too bright. And then I'm gonna crop it closer like this. Just make sure a little bit of headroom. So the main goal is to not cropping too close to the head, because when you're cropping too close to the head, when you look at from the square format, it's cropping a lot of head in the square format. So the purpose is that just leave some headroom on top, so that when it is in the square format, it looks nice also. So this is my little tip when it's doing the cropping, and make sure the head is in the center also. It's nicer for the grid, like to view in the grid if you have a left and right and top rooms, like 3 direction of rooms. So this one is very nice and flower style, so I'm gonna use the E5 to create a tone in it, and then reduce the exposure, increase sharpness, highlight, and then increase the contrast a little bit. I'm gonna reduce the highlight even more. So, and then I'm trying to rotate a little bit so that her eyes are level, parallel to the ground, so that this like from far away it looks better if it's parallel to the ground. I'm gonna crop closer. You can leave the head on the top third area, or leave the eyes on the top third area, so that it has nice proportional proportion from the overall whole picture. So yep, this is my edit. I can save it, and then it looks nice on the square. I'm gonna copy this one since the next one has a similar location in it. So, and it's a little bit bright, but that's fine. I'm just gonna paste it, and then I'm gonna crop it. So all I need to do, because everything else has the same location, I just need to crop it, rotate a little bit perpendicular to the ground, because when I was shooting it, probably it was not level for my camera. So, and this is the crop, so almost to the top third line from the head, from the top part, from the top of the image to the third, aligned to the eyes aligned to the area, so it looks more comfortable. I can still see I can increase the contrast still slightly a little bit, and then increase the 4:5 the sharpness a little bit. So this is my edit, and stay tuned for more pictures coming up in my Instagram also. So thank you so much for all the likes and support, and in YouTube also. This is my edit today, so thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.